Hello, my name is Jacob. I'm 25 years old, I'm 6 feet tall, and in January of 2024 I weighed 380 pounds. I was depressed, I had no energy, and I felt like I had no control over my life, especially when it came to food. I'm starting this channel in the winter of 2024, having lost 90 pounds and with the goal of losing 30 more. I'm not a nutritionist, nor am I a master of workout selection and programming. I don't intend to offer any advice with these videos, and I don't think I've done anything perfectly or even well sometimes. I want these videos to serve as a documentation of my journey and maybe inspiration for someone who is in the same place as me. My plan is to post a workout of mine every week, along with an update of my weight. And I'll also use these videos to talk about key mistakes I've made, what I did to mitigate them, and ideas and practices that really worked for me. I wasn't always big. I was a wrestler through school, and I was in pretty good shape. I lifted weights, I was stronger than most people my age. I wasn't the biggest cardio person, but I could run a mile in 7.5 minutes, and I wouldn't be dying by the end. My weight gain started when I turned 19. I graduated high school, and I found that all the relationships I'd been building all that time weren't really all that quality. I suddenly found myself very alone and doing nothing but working and playing video games. Food became the way I coped with the world. And then it became my biggest expense, and slowly my life became nothing but being miserable with brief moments as I enjoyed something that was highly palatable, like junk food, video games, porn, that kind of stuff. My weight ballooned, and even though I tried pretty frequently to take the first step in losing it, I'd inevitably have life happen and fall back into the most comfortable way I had to cope with it. Between 2020 and 2024, I gained and lost the same 30 pounds over and over and over again. Early this year, January of 2024, I hit what I would consider to be the rock bottom of my life. The company I'd been working for as a software developer went under. I couldn't seem to find another job. I was living off my savings, and my weight was out of control. I was approaching 400 pounds. I felt lonely, unworthy, and I utterly hated myself for letting it all get this bad. I knew that I had something going on mentally that was keeping me from riding my life. I'd proven to myself constantly that I could physically lose weight. I knew how to do it. I'm not some special person that was destined to be fat no matter what I did, but I just couldn't seem to stand living without the constant retreat into food. Frankly, I was addicted. That's what it was. For some reason, I craved being uncomfortably full, and that led to ludicrous volumes of food all the time. I really wish I had some kind of magic bullet to share with you, something that happened early this year that could be replicated that set me down this road, but that's just not what happened. For a reason I really can identify, one day in early January, I just started doing what I knew I had to the whole time. The best way I can describe it is that like a fuse broke in my head, and I simply couldn't stand being the way I was anymore. My approach wasn't healthy. My calorie deficit was massive, and I lost 30 pounds in January alone. But the number on the scale February 1st showed me that I could do it. I kind of went back to the drawing board and designed a more restrained version of what I had been doing, and using that, I've lost another 60 pounds since then. There have been faster and slower months, but I'm more concerned with the destination than having a perfectly even path there. I knew how to lift weights already. I'd done it all through high school. I had a really great coach. And each of the times I had attempted to lose weight previously, I had gone back into it and resharpened my skills there. When I added that on top of the diet eating that I had managed to maintain, I watched my body transform over the last year. I found I'm pretty damn strong too. Hopefully that translates. In the lifts you're watching, my cardio has suffered a ton over the years though, and that's something I'm still working on recovering. So with the story of how I got here out of the way, I want to share a huge mistake I made as I was attempting over and over to lose weight. And each time only, putting it back on again in a third of the time it took me to lose it. Throughout this time, I had kind of fallen pretty deep into the online self-help rabbit hole. And when it came to weight loss, I noticed a pretty consistent message from influencers that the only way to keep weight off is to find love for yourself. I think that self-love is a way to maintain weight loss. but hearing that message made me hesitant to even start. If the weight won't stay off if I don't love myself, then why would I begin until I do? That's a catch-22 though, because the weight was a huge part of the reason I didn't love myself. Obviously, self-love is important, but don't ever think that you have to have everything all figured out before you make and keep progress. Up until now, a huge portion of my weight loss has been fueled by a genuine hatred for how I looked. I wanted to just not have this fat on my body anymore. It didn't feel like it was me. It didn't feel like I was supposed to look this way. And really, since then, as I watched my body change, I did start liking my appearance more. I did start to feel more confident. And I just felt better in every area. Clothes fit me again. Really, I'm just trying to share that if you aren't happy with the way you look, it's okay to change that. And you don't have to love the version of you to make those changes. You don't have to look in the mirror and be okay with what you see before it'll work. It's not like a magic word either. So I would encourage you, if you did feel the way I do, there's a way that you can make progress. You don't have to be okay with yourself no matter what in order to implement these things in your life. That's all I really wanted to share for this video. If you enjoyed it at all, I'd appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. If you're curious to watch the rest of the workout, stick around. And thank you for watching.